Hey saxophones, this is the tutorial for one octave scale number 1, and which is concert B flat, your G scale. So let's take a look at this scale. We've got some notes that we're probably pretty familiar with by this point. We have G, but I'm going to go ahead and call your attention to the fingering chart over here. Here's G, threw a little natural next to it. You can see you've got 1, 2, 3 down. Easy, right? Okay, next one goes to A, which is going to move to the right, okay, on the scale sheet to A. You've got 1 and 2. B goes again to the right. So we're going to the right and then down the page, just as if you would read a book to look at the fingering chart. Okay, so we got B first finger, we've got C second finger, middle finger C. Then we have D. That is where you're going to add the octave key. Okay, so here's D, big change there. You've got all fingers down and then the octave key right there. Okay, then we go to E, which we're just going to lift up one finger for E from D. That's the only change. Then it goes to F sharp. So we look over here, F sharp. There's two fingerings. You always, when in doubt, follow the first fingering on your fingering chart. So we've got thumb, 1, 2, 3. We skip the fourth key button, and then we press the fifth finger. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's the regular F sharp fingering as opposed to chromatic. Well, that's what we're going to use in this scale. And then we go to G up high. Now, all the scales, the one octave scales, the first note and the top note are going to have the same name. And for us, most of the time, it's the same fingering, not always. So down here, we had G, 1, 2, 3 with the fingers. And up here, we have 1, 2, 3, but of course, we have the octave key. So this half of the scale, everything up here is all with the octave key, and we're going to leave that pressed down the whole time. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to play the scale for you, and you can play along with it if you'd like. And we'll play in half notes going forwards and then going backwards without leaving any kind of space in the middle. And I'm going to turn my metronome on as well. Always good to practice with a met. Okay, here we go. So first you want to finger that first note. Finger 1, 2, 3 for your G. Make sure you start with fast air. All right, 1, 2. Okay, so then once you go through the notes and make sure that you have all of them correct, then you want to turn to your, the one octave side of the page, which you just flip the page over. Super easy. A couple things change here. We have a half note at the beginning, followed by quarter notes. We have a half note at the top. Notice this marking here, that's going to tell us to slur. So we're going to leave out our tongue on the way down on this scale. And then we have the arpeggio. Now, the arpeggio is written there in quarters just to save some space, but I actually like you to play them in half notes just to get a nice full sound on each note. Now, the one sharp, that F sharp, because this is the same scale, right, from the other side, the one sharp is over here on the side now. That's called the key signature. Now, if you need to or want to, you can take your pencil and put a sharp sign right in front of that F and make it into an F sharp for your eyes. Okay, so that would be, you put that to the left of the note. Okay, so in between the E and the F sharp there. Then on this side, you're going to put the sharp in front of F sharp again, and it will be in between the G and the F sharp on that side. Okay, so we'll play the scale again on this side with the quarter note version. This would be what you would pass off. 1, 2,